with growth comes change. And so it's really hard for many of us who have stood behind this brand for so many years to step out of our box and make the visual changes. But it made so much sense when we really started talking about, like I said, our vision and our mission, and to bring that into fruition with this amazing logo as our brand, then it was easy.
Welcome, everyone, to the Basecamp podcast, a free educational podcast powered by Pacific Northwest Fundraising. I'm your host, Ryan Philbrook. Now, for those of you tuning in for the first time, the Basecamp podcast is for and about nonprofits. And we want to give everyone listening information about the nonprofits that are doing good in our community and that could help you or someone you know. We also want to give other nonprofits helpful and actionable information, and information on resources that can help them thrive. Now, this is our first Spotlight Short episode, and I'm pretty excited about it. Spotlight Shorts are shorter episodes, obviously, that shine a light on a singular topic, something new or exciting that our guest has coming up, or something that they're actively doing right now that's especially special. Our guest today is Marcy Sprecher, Executive Director of Rocksolid Community Teen Center. Marcy, welcome to the show.
Hey, Ryan, thank you for having me.
So today, Marcy, we're going to be talking about rebranding an organization and just completely changing out logos and mission statements and all that. But first, I like to start out with a game that I love to play, but most of the people that I play it with hate. So,
Okay.
in 7 words or less, what is the most important thing for people to know about Rocksolid Community Teen Center?
In 7 words or less.
And I'll be counting.
Is the 20 minutes up yet? No, I'm kidding. The most important thing I think community needs to know about Rocksolid is we want to reach all the kids we can in our community. Nope, that's too many. Okay, let's try that again. You're going to edit this, right?
Absolutely. I'll only say like 3 times that was 15 words on the first try. 15 words on the first try.
Rocksolid wants to be inclusive. We want to mentor, have connection, empowerment, fun, and learning.
That was still 15. That was the best part. That was still 15 words.
I have so many great things I want to say about this program. It's hard for me to narrow it down to 7.
Personally, I enjoy that it was 15 words both times. I think that was uncanny.
I have a lot to say.
You do. You know what? And this is the perfect medium for that. So, Marcy, what is Rocksolid Community Teen Center?
Rocksolid Community Teen Center is a safe place for kids to come after school. We are a youth development group mentoring program for kids in our community, 5th through 12th grade.
And how long has Rocksolid been around?
Rocksolid has been around since 2002.
Since 2002.
So 22 years.
And how long have you been the executive director there?
I've been the executive director since 2016. And prior to that, I was the teen center manager since 2006. So for 10 years, I was the manager, and I've been in this position for 8.
You know what? That really says something about an organization, I think, that it keeps people around for that long. And I'm just curious, to celebrate Rocksolid's 22 years of transforming lives through positive youth development, mentorship, and growth, you've just recently completed a total rebrand, correct?
Correct.
And is this the first rebrand in Rocksolid's history?
It is. And we're very excited. We're very excited about it.
It sounds like it was quite the undertaking.
Right. It took us just about a year to launch.
So all these people that are like, I'm going to rebrand, it'll take me 2 months. That's not usually how it goes.
I don't believe it is. I believe that if you really want to put your heart into your rebrand and really claim who we are or who you are, you need to put a lot of time and thought and commitment into what that looks like.
I completely agree. So with almost 22 years of the same branding, why the change now?
I feel like we're just in a really good place to really figure out who we are as an organization. We brought in a new social media manager who has helped guide us through this process. And it just made it happen. She made it happen. Our board made it happen. Our staff made it happen. And we were able to really think through what was important to us as far as our mission, our vision, and our values.
I like that. And you know what? You mentioned the mission and the values, those sorts of things. It's not just the logo that you changed up. You went through and you did a complete dive on everything.
We did.
What was that process like for anybody who might be considering it?
Well, we started with all the different thoughts from our board and our staff on who they believe we are, and we would discuss it and talk about it and share about it and have homework to do about it. And we would just keep coming back to the table together and really defining who we believe we are. For instance, our actual brand, our logo. We are not a rock climbing organization. While we are on solid ground for these kids, we are
Rock
not a
solid
rock
ground.
climbing wall. Rock solid ground, right? And so that was the first thing that we just thought, we really need to for people to look at our logo and say, "Oh, I know who Rock Solid is or what they're about," instead of wondering if we are one thing and not the other.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, what was something that was surprisingly easy about that process? Was there anything that you were like, oh, this part's actually fun? Or was it
I
all kind of difficult?
It was difficult. With growth comes change. And so it's really hard for many of us who have stood behind this brand for so many years to step out of our box and make the visual changes. But it made so much sense when we really started talking about, like I said, our vision and our mission, and to bring that into fruition with this amazing logo. As our brand, then it was easy.
I guess I've seen the brand, right? So I've seen the new logo. I've seen the new branding. It is it is a lot more light and a lot more fun. It's kind of like a diet soda. It's
Yes,
crisp. It's refreshing, you know?
it is. Thank you. We wanted something fun and exciting, and when you looked at it, you know exactly what we do. We bring, fun to this group of kids. The kids are fun, and so we just wanted that to be a reflection in our new branding.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you. It
What
was it was it was our team. I will take no independent praise. It was a team effort for sure. We even talked to old not old former board members, former executive directors, what their thoughts were, if they what they thought about it, and they were glad that we were doing it. They were glad that we were rebranding because it was time. I think what we started with and what we've carried on for 22 years as far as our mission statement and who we are is super important, but it's just a refresh. And we've grown, we serve more kids. We want our parents and our kids and our donors and our community to know exactly who we are.
Rock Solid's been around for 22 years, mentoring kids, giving them a safe place to go after school, involving them in the community. 22 years is an impressive amount of time for any organization. What is it that you think gives Rock Solid such longevity in our community?
That's a great question. I feel like our community, and when I say community, I mean, businesses and donors and parents and just partnerships. They're believing in the work we are doing with the kids. They're believing in all the opportunities that we are bringing forth to them that they may never have an opportunity to try elsewhere. And so we have an amazing team that comes up with different activities and community service projects and life skills and prevention and awareness, all those things. And we're sharing on our social media all the different things that we do, and so our community gets to see that, and they get to be part of that story and part of that feel good moment that they are supporting us and they are seeing the great things that our kids get to do.
I think that's such a huge part of it. You know, anytime anytime I donate to a nonprofit or I volunteer somewhere or even just I learn about a new place, I love being able to see, like actually see what they do. Like in
Mm-hmm.
these short videos on social media or whatever, because I'm addicted to social media video. I like seeing it there. You could give me a wonderfully written paper on how you impact the community, and my eyes bug out after about 5 minutes. It's not you, it's me.
Right.
But I love seeing organizations like Rocksolid just showing off what they do. I think it's a lot
Mm,
of fun. Bringing
thank
it
you.
back to the branding refresh, bringing it back to that. What is a piece of advice you have for anybody considering a branding refresh of their own?
I would say if you have any thoughts, if you're just thinking about it a little bit, really look into it, really think about it. Why are you wanting to rebrand? What are the reasons? Who are you as an organization or a business? And is it a good reflection of who you are?
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
One more question regarding this too, since you have all of the good words right now. What should their first step be?
I believe having a conversation with your staff or your board as to why you think it's a good time to rebrand or refresh is a great place to start. And not everybody's going to agree with you, and that's okay. You want to have all the different thoughts and the different opinions because it will help you grow to where you really want to be. It's been quite a project, and so to be able to be part of such a huge project feels really great to be a part of.
Before we get going, I want to ask you, does Rock Solid have anything coming up over the summer? I know you guys are open with the school schedules, so like it opens up for kids this fall, right? Like September, somewhere in there.
Right? Correct.
But do you
Hmm.
guys do anything over the summer that's coming up?
We do. So we have summer camps. We have one in July and one in August. And then we have a summer concert at Pomeroy Cellars that we are super excited about on August 23rd.
Ooh. And who's going to be performing at that?
Joel Gibson Jr. and his band. So we are very excited to have him out to perform for us and our guests.
Where can people go to check out this concert thing?
People can go to our website, which is an amazing website, if I must say, rocksolid-teen.com.
Rocksolid-teen.com.
Yes, rocksolid-teen.com. You'll find it all there.
Rocksolid, rocksolid-teen.com. You heard it here 4 times. Check it out. I,
At least it wasn't 15. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. We are on LinkedIn. We have YouTube videos. We're getting more and more on those as we go, but we're all over the place.
and for everybody listening, remember, check out rocksolid-teen.com or check out Rock Solid Community Teen Center on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those places. Well, Marcy, thank you so much for joining us today on our first Spotlight Short. That's it for us today. You're listening to the Basecamp podcast. I'm Ryan Philbrook. Thanks for joining us, everyone.